Oh no, not like this.
And we are back for another episode of Dead Last Cycling. And this week, we're racing on Pothole Simulator 2026, otherwise known as Crit Cade. And this one is going to be divisive. You'll either love it or you'll hate it.
Out the gate fast. Not our usual tactic. We've got to stay ahead so we can see these power-ups.
It really is vital to get out fast in this race. If you're stuck in the pack, it becomes way harder to spot the best lines, and you can also get stuck colliding with other riders, which can force you into the red markers that slow you down. With that in mind, I kept the power down until I managed to push through to the front of the race.
Through the middle here, I think through the middle. Thread the needle. This is like UK Pothole Simulator.
Unfortunately, there are no speed boosts on UK roads, just potholes, quite literally everywhere. One thing to really look out for though is that steering takes a bit to get used to. At times it can feel a lot more responsive than others, and not always when you need it to be.
Look at the thumb speed. Elite thumb speed. That's tens of thousands of wasted hours on video games coming back to help me. Just elite. Missed that one though, terrible.
Terrible misplay, but I was leading.
Oh, lap one done. I'm knackered. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
So far, I was actually kind of enjoying this race, to be honest.
Should be able to stay left on that one. This one should be jagging back to the right when I'm there. Get there, yes. This one should be jagging back for me.
I was having fun, but it was getting hard to manage my effort, and I was deep in the red here.
Oh, I've gone way too hard. Gotta chill now. I've got the lead. Settle it in. I missed. Oh, I got it. Nice.
Power-ups seem to be a bit bigger than advertised, so keep an eye out for that.
Hard section here. Thread that needle. Can I get the boost? Swing it round. Oh no. Got that one though. This one's changed on me, that's fine.
The change in power-ups are what can really make or break your race. Once you get into a rhythm, the static ones are actually pretty easy to handle, provided nobody is in your way. But the ones that change are difficult, and you have to try to fight your greed and just relax, because this race is fast and hectic, and if you don't relax, things like this happen.
Oh no, not like this. Come on, turn. That's cost me big time.
Fat fingering the rear view camera is something that happened to me quite a few times, and by the end of the race actually cost me a lot of time, so figuring out an optimal position for your controller is definitely important.
Stay left. Stay left again. Mistake. Got there anyway, elite.
At this stage, I'm 6 minutes into the race with a 269 watt average, which for me is a lot. And my heart rate is pinned right around upper threshold VO2 area. But the gamification part is keeping my mind occupied, so I'm noticing a lot less than I would be, which is obviously a good thing.
Oh, get there, yes. Get there again. Yeah, oh.
I think it's fairly clear that I'm having a pretty good time. A better time than I would be having doing a workout, but it's a completely different experience to a race. Now some people are going to love this and some people are going to hate it. I'm on the fence, I suppose. I clearly enjoyed this one, but I wouldn't want to race it again, at least not anytime soon. Let me know in the comments what you think of this type of race. I'm genuinely curious what the most popular opinion is, because I really don't know.
Gotta be on the right. Gotta get it. Oh, I missed it. And I got hit by that one, oh dear. I'm choking, lads, it's all falling apart. It's all gone Pete Tong.
This is where I really start to struggle. I'm well over threshold now for around 9 minutes, and the more tired you get, the harder it is to plan your lines and judge the steering.
Take a change for me. Risked it for a biscuit, got it. Look at the difference the boost makes, it's insane.
As you can see, the difference the speed boosts make is massive, and that's why you've got to get in that clear air so you can get as many of them as possible.
The auto steering is really complicating this.
And that's another point to look out for. Auto steering can be your nemesis, as the game, as usual, tries to steer you into the corners. I gradually found that the best way to combat it is to lightly counter steer against the corner before it kicks in, and that'll help you hold your line. In review then, from the top, if you're gonna race this, how should you go about it? 1. Go as hard as you can without blowing yourself up on the first lap. You absolutely have to get clear air or it's just going to be complete chaos. Once you've established that clear air, control your effort so you can sustain it for the rest of the race. This is basically a time trial. 2. Counter steer when necessary so that auto steering doesn't lead you into potholes. 3. Don't put your controller somewhere you're likely to fat finger it like I did. 4. Use your power-ups that you get every lap for one of two situations. Either use it to cancel out the speed loss from a pothole, or use it over the rolling section to burst through to the power-up that comes at the end of the row of potholes. At least that's the best strategy I found for using them. At this stage of the race, I was absolutely on the limit, but actually not feeling that bad. My best 20-minute power going into the race was 244 watts, so I was on for a pretty big PR if I could hold it together. But as the fatigue built, the mistakes were starting to pile up.
Oh, that was terrible. Terrible player.
Absolutely terrible. I suck. But how much I was sucking was distracting me from my burning legs, and that comes back to how I view this race. And that's that it really isn't a race. It is, but it functions more as a workout disguised as a race. The racing-based gamification distracts you just enough to get more out of your legs than you might ordinarily. But the normal racing tactics and the sense of achievement when you do well is really not there, at least not for me anyway. That's not to say I didn't have fun, I did, but I question how many times I'd have fun with this. And I think if you were in the middle or back of the pack, you would probably have a lot less fun than I had.
Oh no, that's because the legs are dying.
Now, I understand for some people, they really enjoy this style of race, and that's completely fair. But for me, I think if I raced it again, I'd probably enjoy it a lot less, and by the third or fourth time, the illusion of the race would be pretty much out of the window, and I'd be not having as much fun. So it's definitely not one I'll be rushing back to, and if I'm honest, something I hope Zwift doesn't include regularly in the main series.
Oh, I'm third down now. I'm gonna drop off the podium.
Approaching that 20-minute mark, and I was sliding backwards, but the power was still good.
Oh my god. Well, it's a good workout, but a bad race.
I think that really sums it up for me. Good workout, but bad race. Back to that race though, I had less than a kilometre to go and had just ticked off a new 20-minute PR. One difficulty I was having though, and this is probably on me, is that I had no idea who I was racing. So after one final fat fingering of the rear view, as we turned into the home straight, I had no idea that the man I was racing for second was right next to me. So I probably should have got out of the saddle and sprinted, but I'll take nearly 700 watts seated.
Oh. Hey, I got a podium. Damn, that guy smashed me. Oh man, look, that was a really good workout, but not a good race. I don't like that as a race. Really good workout though.
I had fun, but I think I'm probably one and done with the steering races. We did come away with a podium though, and Zwift Power even has me as the winner. Also got a 20-minute PR, and my ZRS got bumped up into the upper band of Cat C. So all in all, a good result.
Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this race in the comments. If you're a fan, do you dislike it? And I'll see you next week. Hopefully back for some regular programming, as it were. See you later.